Okay, everyone, welcome back to Breslov Efrat here at Teruah. David, Baruch Hashem. It's a beautiful day today, really. Wow. Yesterday was so beautiful, and today it's going to be even a better day, Be'ezrat Hashem. And we hope for the well-being of the Archayalim, the Chatufim, and the Psuim, the soldiers, the captives, and the injured. Of course, Hashem, please show them a lot of mercy, because really the world's not showing them mercy, and I don't think our government is showing them any mercy. So please, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, you show them the mercy. Please, Hashem. Okay, we're learning Likutey Halachos, Hilchos Beit Hakneset, and we're in Halacha Hey. Today we're up to letter Yud Tes. Okay, so we're discussing the idea of Rosh Hashanah, traveling to the Tzaddikim, why we go to the Tzaddikim for Rosh Hashanah. Okay, and then we have, on Rosh Hashanah, we have the Shofar. Okay, we talked about the shofar yesterday. Uru Yeshenim Mishinaschem, right, to wake up the sleepyheads from their spiritual slumber. And today we're going to discuss the halacha in shofar, where you have a Teruah, but you're always going to have a pshuta lefanel lacharel. You always have to have a Tekiah. Always is before and after. You always start with a Tekiah and you end with a Tekiah. And we're going to discuss, that's what we're going to discuss now. Okay? Yud Tes. V'zeh b'chinas Yom Teruah Yelachem. Right? Yom Teruah Yelachem, that's what we're talking about. Rosh Hashanah. V'chol Teruah Pshuta Lefaneo Upshuta Lachareh. And that's the halacha in Shulchan Aruch, that whenever you're going to have a Teruah, or you can have a, whatever call you're going to do, it's going to start with a Tekiah, and it's going to end off with a Tekiah. Teruah bechinas Torah shenitna bekol shofar. Okay, we said that the Torah, we know it was given, the kol shofar was chazak miyot, right? The kol shofar on Har Sinai was very, very strong, right? Why? HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave the Torah with two aspects. It was the shofar, the sound, and the fire, right? There was a fire and there was sound. Okay, the fire is actually connected to the Mishkan, right? You know that the fire was the fire of Har Sinai, giving the Torah, was connected to the Mishkan, connected to the Aron and the Kaporos and the Keruvim. Did you know that, Yossi? The Ramban has a beautiful explanation of how that works, right?
Did they keep that fire going from there? I mean, was it transferred over to the Mishkan?
No. There was a fire on the Mizbeach that always stayed, but that was something else. The fact that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gave the Torah mitoch within fire. Okay, so then the Ramban says that the Keruvim they had to be gold. Other kalim in the Beis Hamikdash could have been some other materials if they didn't have, but the Keruvim had to be gold. Why is Ramban said that the Keruvim had to be gold? Because gold is the same color as fire. And Hashem's words spoke between the two Keruvim. So the Torah was manifesting itself the same way as it was on Har Sinai, all through the desert, all through the years, and all the stops with the Mishkan. And the Ramban explains also the Mishkan was similar to Har Sinai, right? The same way Har Sinai prior to Kabbalah Torah, right? Anyone was able to go on Har Sinai and enjoy the mountains, no problem, right? Make a picnic on the mountain, no problem, right? It's no problem. Once we came to the Kabbalah Torah's preparation, it was Hagbala Sahar. It's a border. You can't go on the mountain, right? Moshe was able to go up the mountain. Aaron and the Zakanim were able to go a little bit lower down on the mountain. Others had to stay down from the mountain, right? The same thing with the Mishkan, right? The Mishkan's traveling, and then as soon as you set it up, now it's holy. You can't go there anymore, right? You can't go there anymore. It has the kedusha of the Beis Hamikdash right there. Right? And as soon as it leaves, you can go back there and do what you want, no problem. Like now, you can go on Har Sinai right now, right, Yossi? You know where Har Sinai is?
They say it's in Turkey.
Whatever.
It's not, yeah.
Whatever. We can go to Har Sinai today and you can have a picnic on Har Sinai, no problem at all.
Right.
Same idea. This was beautiful. It was the shofar and the fire. Okay, so here we go. The Torah, yes?
It almost seems that, the fire and the shofar engage your eyes, your ears, and fire usually has heat, so your sense.
Yes.
Almost like
Well, no. That's very good to know. So the fire, the shofar wakes you up, right? And then the fire is purifying. It purifies, right? We know that if something is defiled, right? There's something called libun, right? Libun, right? You take the fire and you have to burn it out. If you have a pot or something, you have to burn it out, because if it came in with fire, it has to go out with fire. And so the Torah, if a person is impure, right? The person's impure, and he fired himself up with taiva, and like Reb Shalom was discussed with taiva, with whatever, right? So then he has to use the Torah from Eish. Also, the Torah can purify the person, right? And the Torah, because the Torah is Eish, the Torah is not mekabel tumah. Right? A person can be impure and learn Torah; it won't affect the Torah. It'll help purify the person. You understand? It's very important to understand about Torah. Is very, very important. Okay. Ki Teruah, Oishes Torah Ayin. Teruah is the letters of Torah Ayin. Ayin. Shivim Panim La Torah, right? Shivim Panim La Torah Kamuva. As we spoke much about that, right? We have the Shivim Panim La Torah. We have the Shivim Umas Ha'olam. They go against the Shivim Panim La Torah, right? Everything we have Zeluma, also Lekim in every aspect. B'chol Teruah Pshuta Lifanea Pshuta La'acharea. Every time you have a Teruah, which is the Torah Ayin. There's many Pshatim, but we're going to use that one right now. The Torah Ayin. You're going to have a Tekiah before and afterwards. Zemerames al bechina sheikah Kabbalah Satorah. The main Kabbalah Satorah was with the call of the Teruah, which was the Torah Ayin. Okay, why was the Torah given with a shofar? Because Hashem was showing you that the Teruah, the sound of the Teruah that was going on Har Sinai, was showing you that is Torah Ayin. Okay, Hu al Yedeya Temimus Vapshitus. And again, we said yesterday, we served the Rebbeinu Shalom with Tmimus and Pshitus, right? We always have to serve Hashem with simplicity. It's not complicated, right? Not complicated. Most people think that you have to be very complicated, right? But again, like we said yesterday, the Rebbe wants everyone to do everything in a very simple way. Serve Hashem in a simple way. Ivdu es Hashem b'simcha. Do it in a simple way. You don't have to do it in a complicated way. Daven, know who you're davening to. Understand the Perish HaMilash the best that you can. Recognize you're talking to Hashem. Simple. It's not complicated. It doesn't have to be complicated. And that's why you have to have before the Teruah, which is Torah Ayin, you had the Tekiah, which is called the Pshuta. It's simple. The Tekiah is called simple, right? You had it before and afterwards, right? You learn Torah before you have to live your life in a very simplistic way. Okay, Bechinas Betula Shal Torah Zeh Kiyuma, right? Like we learned from the Gemara that the Chazal teach us that when a person has to be, if a person's going to try to learn 24/7, right, and he's going to take that to heart, and he's going to study 24, he'll be burnt out. You can't do that. You have to be mevatel Torah in order to have the kiyum of Torah. You have to stop learning Torah in order to be able to have a kiyum of the Torah. Bechinas eina Torah miskayemes el b'mi shemesim atzmai ke'enei yadeya. Right? As the Gemara says, right, that the Torah is mekayim to somebody that puts his full effort into it. Shemesim atzmai ke'enei yadeya, but he does it in a way that I don't know. Because let's face it, you study Torah, right? And like we just said, the Shivim Panim La Torah, right? So you're studying Torah, right? You get a pshat, correct? Right? You get a pshat. Yes, you were learning, you got a pshat. But wait a second, there's at least another 69 pshatim on the same thing. It's so deep. It's so deep. Right? The Chavetz Chaim said that they're taking the whole Torah we have today is like a bucket of water. What is it? From the sea, from the ocean. You take a bucket of water out of the ocean, you're holding the ocean? No, the Torah is so vast. But to recognize you're just connecting, every time you learn Torah, You're saying the words of the Torah, which are all the names of Hashem. You're calling out to Hashem. That's a beautiful thing right there. Okay, the kasher re'inu zois be'einenu me'ad mazal kama pamim shebechol pam shehoyu oimer she'ata eino yadei klal. Rabbi Nachman say, I don't know anything. I don't know anything. Right? He would say that. The kama pamim nishba al zeh, and sometimes he even swore to that. I don't know anything. Shata eina yadei klal. Right now, I don't know anything. But at that moment, the next moment, right? He says, I don't know anything. And in the next moment, he starts telling you the deepest secrets in Torah. At that moment, he didn't know. That was a moment of simplicity. Oh, this is the next moment. Now I know something. You understand that? You ever hear something like that? I don't know anything. The next thing you know, he's saying deep Torah. And this is the same that we were learning the Torah that we're learning now. This is the way Rabbi Nachman explained it, and this is what he did at this time. After he spoke about the Sipuri Maisis, which is the deepest secrets in the world, the deepest secrets of the Zayah that manifests its way in the stories that he told over. And then he told over the greatest. Oh, now I don't know anything. But this is so true. But it is truth to that. In other words, you know something. You have a moment now. I know something, but then the next moment, it's a moment of bittul. I don't know. You understand? You know, and then you don't know, right? Sometimes even like you have a lot of information, but until you think about it, it's not on your mind. Right? You see something, it reminds you of something. You think about it, correct? But you have a lot of things in your mind that you don't know about. I don't know about at the moment. Does this make sense? To understand this, let's go for it. V'chein haya pa'amim ein mispah. This happened unlimited times. V'zeh b'china pshuta lefanea pshuta la'acharea. That's the idea of the Tekiah, which is called the Pashat before, and then you have the Torah ayin, which is the 70 aspects of Torah, understandings of Torah, and then you have the Tekiah after. So the Rebbe was saying, hey, look, I'm simple now. I don't know. Oh, Teruah. Now this is a Teruah moment. I have Shivim Panim La Torah, and right after that, it's a Tekiah again. The same way the halacha is when the Baal Tekiah is blowing the Tekiahs, he has to first do Tekiah, Teruah, Tekiah. You can't do Teruah. No, it doesn't work. You have to do Tekiah, Teruah, Tekiah. Right? Tekiah, Shvarim, Tekiah. Right? It always starts with the Tekiah and it ends off with the Tekiah with whatever is going to be in the sentence. It could be a Shvarim Teruah. Right? It can be whatever it is, but there's always going to be a Tekiah before and a Tekiah. And now we understand why that is, okay? Al Teruah Shehu, Ikar Shaifa Kamaisha Kosav, Yom Teruah. But the main point is, it's called Yom Teruah. Mikra Lachem, right? It's called the Yom Teruah. Torah Ayin. Ki Teruah Bechinas HaTorah Bechinas HaShivim Panim LaTorah Sheyefshel Lagaloisam Ba'olam. If you want to understand the deepest things in Torah, you have to be simple. Simple, then it'll come to you. Right? If you try too hard, you won't get it. You have to just be simple, simply relaxed, and then things will come to you more and more in an easier way. If you try to do it too hard, you overachieve, it may not work. You may get it, but you may not get it. The best thing is to be more relaxed. Okay. V'chein oisin kama pamim Rosh Hashanah ki b'chol pam shetzrichen l'sakeya Teruah he amsheches eze panim me'ashivim panim l'Torah. Each time they blow the Teruah, you're drawing another aspect of the 70 aspects of Torah. tzrichin l'tekiah pshuta lefanea ulachares. So then you have to have the tekiah before and the tekiah after. Right, now we understand a little bit why there's the tekiah, why the system is of the tekiah. Why do you have the tekiah, the simple blast, before the complicated blast, and then a simple blast again? Right? Because again, that's the way our mind, that's the way we work. The chesed chinam, which is the Torah nelemes. So the Rebbe can tap in to the unlimited chesed of Hashem. And that's where he was able to take his Torah from that place of unlimited chesed of Hashem. And that's where it came from. And how do you do that? Via being simple.
It's almost like what he says, like tshuva al tshuva or tefillah, Torah tefillah.
Take your Torah and turn it into tefillah.
Yeah, like
take your Torah and turn it into tefillah.
Similar to that, of like, hey, I'm simple. Okay, you're right, I'm learning Torah. I'm on top of the world. Now with the Tekiah Teruah, like Teruah, great, and then but you have to.
I got back down. Go back down.
Even though you're just loaded.
Loaded, but now I'm down. I'm down, right? Because I wanted about to have another sheet, another lesson of another Tekiah, and then I can have another Teruah. Right? That's how the secret to be able to get the Torah. And that's how you can take the Torah that was hidden and you can have it revealed. You can reveal the Torah from the fact of simplicity. And this is really so counterintuitive, right? You would think it's the other way around. You have to work yourself and work your mind up and then you'll be able to think more. No. Rather, you want to connect to the chesed chinam of Hashem. And that's so beautiful to be able to do that. How do you do that? With simplicity, right? So that's the way, and we keep saying that if you want to have kiyum of Torah, you have to have bittul of Torah. But we don't mean bittul of Torah that way. Bittul of Torah means you do what you have to do. You have to go to work. It means you have to use the facilities. You're going to go to the mikveh. You're going to go swimming. I don't know, whatever you can do. You're going to do something. You're going to do something that you can't be studying Torah. You can't be swimming and studying Torah, right? You're not dressed properly. You can't do that, right? In the mikveh, you can't study Torah because you're in the mikveh, right? Not clothed properly, right? In the Beit Americas, you can't. So these are times that you can be doing constructive things, good things, but it's your bittul Torah to realize that whatever I'm doing can lead me to this chesed chinam that I can have the deepest understanding in Torah. You follow that, right? That's a beautiful idea. And how do you see it? Reb Nosson brings it in to understand the law of the tekiah, the pshuta before and the pshuta after, the simple tekiah before, the simple tekiah after. The Teruah, Yom Teruah is Torah Ayin. Okay, Torah Ayin. Okay, now let's go to Chav. Right, the whole idea of Tekiahs shofar is to wake me up from my spiritual slumber. Right, it can wake someone up really too. Right, if you're sleeping. Right, you take the shofar, blow it in the ear, it'll pop right up. Right. Okay, bechinas hamshachas hamaychen, to draw the mind. That's the same idea that the Torah was given through the shofar, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu wanted to wake us up from our, we were kind of sleepy heads on the day of Kabbalah Torah, right? So HaKadosh Baruch Hu had the shofar going to literally wake us up, right? Zeh bechinas Boyim L'Eretz Yisrael Hainu Ki Mevoye B'Torah Azoi Shekosu Sham B'Sichusei HaKadoshah She'achar HaTorah Azois Zeh L'Shoineh Ki L'Mala Dibarnu B'Bechinas Derech Eretz HaDerech L'Eretz Yisrael. Okay, we're going on too far. Let's go back. Okay, here we go. This is the idea of being kaivish Eretz Yisrael. We said, how are you kaivish Eretz Yisrael? with the chesed chinam, right? You have to tap into the chesed chinam, and that's how you can be kaivish. That's how it's going into Eretz Yisrael. Hainu ki mevoye b'Torah zeh shekosu sham b'sichusei HaKadoshah. He spoke about his holy words that he was saying. After this lesson, because in the beginning of the Torah we spoke about Derech Eretz, to go to Derech Eretz, Derech L'Eretz Yisrael, the way to Eretz Yisrael, right? And also Derech Eretz is Masa Matan, right? Derech Eretz Eretz Yisrael and Derech Eretz. At Derech Eretz is your Masav Matan. Omnam Eretz Yisrael ba'atzma yesh ba gam kein bechinas esek kedushais. You know that in Eretz Yisrael there are 10 levels of holiness, right? Right, in Eretz Yisrael there are 10 levels of holiness, correct? There are 10 dargah, 10 levels, and it's actually in the Mishnah in Kalim. The whole Maimer and every one of the every statement that Hashem made from the 10 statements, yesh lai, it has within it the midah of yira, bechinas hakem la'avdecha imrasecha asher liyirasecha, right? Ki yesh yira lamala meyira. There's always different levels of yira, right? Different levels of yiras Hashem, right? A person has a level of yiras Hashem, and then he realizes how Hashem is really controlling the world, and Hashem is wherever he goes. Shevisi Hashem lenegdi somebody. He realizes that no matter where I am, I'm always with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, right? Wherever I go, right? The more the person realizes it, the more it becomes real to the person. But that's the reality. We are with Hashem wherever we go. We can't go anywhere in the world. You can't go anywhere and hide from Hashem. Hashem is the world. He is everything in the world. You can't hide from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. We saw that with Yonah. Yonah thought he can hide from Hashem. So Hashem showed him, look, you'll wind up being in a fish. Right? He was in the fish, right? For 3 days, right? Hashem showed him, you're not going anywhere. You can't run. You can run, but you can't hide. Right? You can run, but you can't hide from the Rebbeinu Shalom. There's always going to be another level of yira that you can always attain from the level that you're on now. Hainu. Ki yesh bechinas avoda. There's an idea of serving HaKadosh Baruch Hu with pshita, simplicity, right? And also with a simple yiras Hashem, right? Shehu bechinas haderech l'Eretz Yisrael. Yesh bechinas avoda. There's an avodah of simplicity that a person can do. Shehu bechinas bayim l'Eretz Yisrael mamish, coming to Eretz Yisrael with his 10 levels of yiras Hashem and the 10 levels of kedusha, which is connected to the 10 esem mamarais, which is connected to Aseres Adibros, all the different 10s that we have. Rosh Hashanah, the whole idea of Rosh Hashanah is talking about Eretz Yisrael, Tzmichas Keren Avdecha, right? We keep talking about Mashiach, we talk about the beauty of Eretz Yisrael, Bechina Sheina, Yisayris HaSheina, Ayadei HaShayfer, because we can get up and we can wake and make us realize how important Eretz Yisrael really is to a person, right? Sometimes people around the world, and they don't realize they're just happy where they are. And they don't realize how important Eretz Yisrael is. So to wake us up, we keep talking about Eretz Yisrael on Rosh Hashanah, that time, because you need the Chesed Chinam of Hashem to be able to conquer Eretz Yisrael, to be able to get out of the bilbul that people are in, that confusion people are in. You need the Chesed Chinam in order to be able to do that. And that the Shofar helps us do that. Shezeh bechinas haderech l'Eretz Yisrael, shu bechinas sheina, bechinas hanhogas hapshitos. The way HaKadosh Baruch Hu runs the world in a simple way, but it's very complicated at the same time. Shal Yodei Mamshichin HaChesed Chinam, we can connect to the Chesed Chinam of Hashem. Again, Hashem made the world of Olam Chesed Yibana. The world is founded on Chesed, and that's why it's so important that we engage in Chesed all the time. If we engage in Chasadim, we're emulating the way HaKadosh Baruch Hu's vision of the world. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu does everything in the way of Chesed. And that's why it's so important that we're always involved in acts of Chesed. That's the way to Eretz Yisrael. And then when you come to Eretz Yisrael, you are zeicha to have the awakening of the slumber. Right? Ayadei HaShayfer, through the Shayfer, B'zeh b'chinas shebayim l'Eretz Yisrael mamish, ki hamshachas hamaychen hu esayris hashena. When you can draw this mayach in your mind, this idea is in your mind, it can wake up a person from his spirit, from his slumber. Ayadei HaShayfer zehu b'chinas Eretz Yisrael mamish, ki ika hamaychen b'Eretz Yisrael. The main mind is in Eretz Yisrael. Right? In Eretz Yisrael, you can have the greatest study of Torah. It's really truly amazing. People come to Eretz Yisrael and they can study better, right? There are students that come to learn in yeshiva, and they go back to wherever they live, and they feel they're not learning the same, and they're not on the same level. They're learning, they go to yeshiva, but they're not learning on they don't have that same understanding. It says that the Avi Eretz Yisrael is mechakim, it makes a person smart. Right? We don't understand that. The air here is a different air. It's a different air than we have in Chutz La'aretz. It's a different air. That's Eretz Yisrael.
Did you hear that Rav Nachman disregarded his Torah
before he went to Eretz Yisrael?
You're telling me he's working Yom V'Layla, he's killing himself, breaking his teeth.
And he said it was nothing.
Writes down all this Torah, so I'm sure there was some pretty good Kiddush in there, really. That
Yeah.
would have done just fine. Okay? And then he comes here to Eretz Yisrael, which it only takes a few steps, like does not.
He only wants to walk his Daled Amas.
Which is also interesting that, like, you would think after all this Eretz Yisrael talk and
No. In his trip, he was almost a year.
He was almost wiped out numerous times. It's true, but finally gets here. You'd think he'd either spend a little more time here or stay here, or but takes those 4 almos and goes, okay, I got the point. I get it. Gets back on the boat, goes back home, and gets rid of all the Torahs from before and writes new Torahs, which is what we have today.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? He really loved Eretz Yisrael, right?
He did. Why didn't he stay longer?
He accomplished what he had to accomplish.
You do that?
When you're on that level, you could do that. Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, obviously, he did it. It's amazing. Yes, again, we don't understand it, but there's something here in Eretz Yisrael that we can benefit by so much more than being outside of Eretz Yisrael. It's an amazing thing. But to realize that you need Rosh Hashanah, to realize that you need the Shofar, to realize that you need the Tzaddikim, right? And you need the whole idea of the Yom Teruah, which is Torah Ayin, right? But you need the Pshuta Lefanel and the Pshuta Lacharel. You need it before and afterwards. You have to do that in the derech of simplicity. Okay? Ki ein chachma ki chachmas Eretz Yisrael, because there's no wisdom like the wisdom of Eretz Yisrael. Isn't that great? Come on. Wow, they should be nefesh b'nefesh to put that out, right? That's what they ein chachma ki chachmas Eretz Yisrael, right? You guys can't be as smart. You can't be as intellectual as outside of Eretz Yisrael as you are in Eretz Yisrael. Kamaisha kasav b'midrash in Parashat Shmini. The Midrash says in the Parashat Shmini. And the Likutey in lesson Ayin Aleph. Okay, fine. V'zeh bechinas kabbalas haTorah shenitna b'kol shofar k'mei shekasav vayi b'yoyim hashlishi, and it was on the 3rd day vayehi koilos uvrokim kol hashofar. Right, it was still on the 3rd day. Right, the Torah was given to us on the 6th of Sivan, but it was on the 3rd day of Sivan already. The shofar was going. Ki ein Torah k'Torahs Eretz Yisrael. Like we say when we take out the Torah, Ki Mitzion Teitzei Torah, from Tzion, Eretz Yisrael, from Klal Yisrael is where the Torah comes out. That's the great fear that we have, that in trepidation we feel that when that shofar blows, right? The Baal Tekiahs makes the bracha, the Shmaya Kol Shofar, right, and he makes the Shechiyanu, right, and you hear that shofar blast, right? It should startle one, right? Does it startle you a little bit? Anyone here?
Yeah.
When you hear that shofar, right, you hear that shofar blowing, it startles a person. Kamaisha kasav hayitoka shofar be'ir va'am lo yecheredu. Can it be possible? Right, the Navi almost said, right, can it be possible that they'll blow a shofar in the city and the people won't be fearful? They won't be they won't feel that shrek that they're from the shofar. Because when you draw the mayach from the Torah, when you study Torah, and that is what your chachma is drawn from. not drawn from secular things. Your Torah is drawn from the Torah. Your Chachma is drawn from the Torah. Nimshach Yira Gedol. Then you see how amazing the Torah is. You see this is Mamish, this is the Rabbeinu Shalom, is the Torah, right? And you're studying, you're Mamish getting to know HaKadosh Baruch Hu. You feel that fear from the studying of the Torah. That's the most amazing thing. Ki im ein Chachma ein Yira. Because if you don't have Chachma, you don't have Yira. If you don't understand who Hashem is, you don't understand the Torah, how are you going to have Yiras Hashem? A person can say he has Yiras Hashem, but if he's not studying Torah, you're not engaging in the Torah, you don't see the beauty in the Torah, so then how are you going to have Yiras Hashem? Only if you study Torah, and you see the beauty in the Torah, you see all the things that are hidden in the Torah, and then you realize how great HaKadosh Baruch Hu is. It brings a person to true Yiras Hashem.
That's another line, the Memshalah, the Medina should take on. The Kimitzion takes a Torah.
Yeah.
I mean, it turns out you need Torah.
Yes. Yeah, see, that's the whole problem, right?
We just want the Tzion.
They want the Tzion, but they don't want the Tetzei Torah, right.
And there's guys that want the Torah, not the Tzion.
Right, No, the guys that want the Torah, they want Tzion, but they don't like what's going on with the whatever. It's a whole right. They don't want the Tzion without Torah. That's right. I believe that's really what it is. I believe every Jew you would have more Jews here if this was a Torah state. I believe it would be much easier to get more Jews here. It would be, in my humble opinion. You get the religious Jews would come much more easily if they realized that they can keep Torah, and they would found, and the whole Medina was founded on Torah. But we're okay.
I'll give you an example from the town I'm from.
Okay.
There's a Young Israel, which is very Tzioni, and there's an Aguda, which is not so Tzioni, but not Tzioni at all. But they make so much noise about Tzioni from the Young Israel. But there are many more people making Aliyah from the Aguda than from the Young Israel.
That's wonderful.
And they're about the same size.
Well, same amount of families in both communities.
Many more, probably twice as many. And they make no big deal out of that at all.
Amazing.
It's just what you're saying.
It's amazing. The Torah is what really draws us. Because when you believe Ki Mitzia and Teitzei Torah, right? When you believe Ki Mitzia and Teitzei Torah, and there's no Chachma like Chachma is Eretz Yisrael, so people want to take advantage.
Yeah.
They want to take advantage of that, and why not? And you have the opportunity today to do that, so let's do that. Okay, K'may shekasab lekabbalah saTorah la'avur tia yirosai al pinechem levilti techeto. Right, those beautiful words in Parshas Yisro, right? La'avur tia yirosai al pinechem. If only your fear would be on your faces, levilti techeto, you wouldn't sin. Right? If you have yiras Hashem, you're not going to sin. Right? If you realize you're with Hashem, right? Why? If a person's with his friends, he's not going to do a sin in front of them. If he's with people, he's not going to do a sin in front of them, right? If your person's with his wife, he's not going to do a sin in front of he's not going to do that if he's with his wife, right? So but if a person's with Hashem, he realizes Hashem is with him. Wherever I go, forget about the friends, forget about Hashem is, you're with me here all the time. So how can I sin? That's what the pasuk's saying, right? Zeh bechinas hayira on his keres b'soif haTorah shekol maimer yesh la yira bechinas hakim lavdecha imrasecha asher lirasecha. Again, set up for your servant, right? Lavdecha, right? Imrasecha, the words of the Torah, asher lirasecha zeo zeichin shebayim le'eretz Yisrael. That yira is saved for and given to those shebayim le'eretz Yisrael sheyesh sham esek kedushos shehem bechinas esem amorais, which Eretz Yisrael is connected to the esem amorais. Why do we say Eretz Yisrael is connected to esem amorais? The 10 utterances of Hashem created the world, right? The 10 utterances. Why was it connected to the 10 utterances? Because again, Hashem gave the lands to whoever He gave it to. They didn't do what they were supposed to do. He took it from them and He gave it to us. Right, that's the whole idea of the Esem Amorais. Ba'al Kain Ikar Kavishas Eretz Yisrael Haya Al Yedei Kol Shofar. when we went out to battle, we always took the shofar, right? Yoshua, when he went around the city of Yericho, and he was saying Aleinu, he had the shofar, he was blowing the shofar. Right? It's always when we go to battle with the shofar. Why do we go with the battle? Kikish and Nichnasul Yericho. Shu Tchilas Kenisasam L'Eretz Yisrael. Taku B'Shofar. Yeshua was blowing the shofar. K'may shekasa b'Yeshua ki Tekiahs shofar hu bechinas is oiris Hashem. It wakes us all up to turn to Hashem. The shofar was there to wake us all up, to realize, to come back to Hashem. Hamshachas hamaychin, shu hamshachas haTorah, zeh bechinas shebayin leitzisol, shesham ikra hamaychin v'haTorah. That's the place of Torah. Zel bechinas ashrei am yodeya Teruah. Right? We know the pasuk in Tehillim, right? Ashrei am yodeya Teruah. We say this before we blow the shofar, right? Ashrei am yodeya Teruah. Right? These are. Huh?
At the end.
No. We say it before.
You say it after the
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, but it's by the Tekiahs. Right. Okay. Ashrei ha'am bechinas temimas pshitos. Right. Bechinas ba'ashurai achaza ragli darkei shemati v'loy ot. Right. So what are we saying here? With my feet, right? I can watch my steps, right? And my way, I watch my ways, so I shouldn't stumble from the way from the path. Shalai hita yaminu small midirachav yizbarach. I shouldn't go over to the right or the left of the ways of Hashem. I go to Derech HaYashar. The same way Yaakov Avinu, when he had the ladder. Right, the malachim were oilim v'yardim on the ladder. Right, if you're on a ladder, you can't decide. I'm going to go. Oh, I don't like this ladder. I'm going to go a little bit to the. I want to go this way. I want to see what's over there. It's not going to work out too good on the way up or the way down. You got to go straight. Rak bedarke ba'ashurai. You have to go in the straight way. Achuza raglav. Your feet stay strong. V'zel bechinas. Temima subshita she'ena noita miderach al yedei eze chachmas. I don't veer from the path of Hashem with any kind of chachma. I have my chachmas HaTorah. It keeps me going the right path. K'may shenimsu kama v'kama shenotu mi'aderech ha'emes v'hatomim al yedei chachmas. We know that so many had their own ideas, that they veered from the ways of Chazal. They veered from the ways of Shulchan Aruch and our laws. And then where did they go? They wound up. They got lost. V'zeu ikar ashurav v'tilasav shel ish keshohelech betmimas k'may shekasav ashrei temimei derech haholchem b'Torahs Hashem. Right? David HaMelech says ashrei temimei derech. How fortunate are those that go in the way of Temimas, right? In the derech of Hashem, in Temimas haholchem b'Torahs Hashem, that go in the ways of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'zeu ashrei yam bechinas Temimas haydei zeh zoichen acher kach l'hamshachas hamoichen. Through that you get the hamshachas hamoichen. V'zeh bechinas yodeya Teruah. Right? Because we said Teruah is what? Bechinas Tekiahs shofar, bechinas Osiris Hashem and shachas hamoichen. Teruah, we said, is the idea of the Teruah is Torah ayin. Okay, v'zeo Hashem ba'or panecha yaleichun. That's the next psukim that we say. Hashem ba'or panecha yaleichun. Right? These are the psukim that we say when we by the shofar. Hashem ba'or panecha. Hashem with the light of your countenance. Yaleichun, I follow. I go in that way. V'bechinas hamoichin shem or aponim. That's the idea of the Meichin, that's the Or Aponim, that's the light of the countenance of Hashem. Bechinas Chachmas Adam Torah Panav, the Chachma of the person illuminates the person's face. The Chachma of the person, what's the Chachma? Talking about Chachmas HaTorah. Okay, V'zeu B'shimcha Yegilun Kol HaYom. In your name, I will sing, I will Yegilun Kol HaYom. What does that mean? I'll be happy with the entire day. Through this, you can get simcha. A person has simcha when he knows he's doing the right thing, right? If a person, they asked the Baal Shem, someone asked the Baal Shem HaKadosh, before you came to the world, Jews were following the Torah. They were keeping Shabbos. They were wearing tefillin, talis, and tefillin. They kept the holidays, and they were doing things. What did you change? They asked the Baal Shem Tov, what did he change? He said, I changed one thing. One thing I changed. When a Jew does an Aveira, he won't enjoy it. If Jew's going to do an Aveira, he won't even enjoy the Aveira. That's what the Baal Shem Tov changed.
He did a good job.
He did a good job with it, right?
He did a good job.
He did it good, so you don't want to do it anymore, right? You don't enjoy it anyway, so why should I bother doing it, right? But a person's doing the right thing. If you're doing the right, you're doing mitzvah, so you're learning Torah, you're doing the right thing, you're happy because you know you're on the right path. You're with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, right? That leads a person to true simcha. Do we agree with that or disagree with that? Right? If you're studying Torah, if you're studying Torah and you're doing the right, and you're doing mitzvahs, you feel good. Don't you feel better that way?
Yeah. I also feel that in life, this sort of structure works where you just stay on the
path.
Stay on the path.
I was going to quote you. You always say that. Stay in your lane, stay on the highway. Don't
half
go.
measures avail us nothing.
You what?
Half measures.
Yeah.
Are no good.
They're no good. Right? Right? Stay on the... Well, David HaMelech said, Ashrei Timimei Derech HaHolchem B'Torah Hashem. Right? It's right there in that... Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Can we
You
finish?
got a famous Tekiah here.
What?
You say you have a famous Tekiah.
Oh, you're the Baal Tekiah?
Yeah.
Wow, yes.
Read David.
Torah's Ayin, huh?
Not this year, though. This year will be in Uman.
Wow. Yassi's going to be in Uman?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
50th birthday.
Wow. All right, so maybe we'll just stop over there because it's going to get late. We'll just do a piece in the kids' Shulchan Aruch. Okay? We have time?
Yeah.
We have time. Okay, excellent. Let's mark the place. Can you mark the place we're up to?
Yeah, we just finished in your name and we'll Joyce all day.
That's right. And we'll finish that in Mitzvah Hashem tomorrow. And then we have a nice piece of today in the Kitzur. It's a longer piece. So here we go. So we're talking about in Kitzur Shulchan Aruch, we're talking about the Dinei Psukei de Zimra, right? When you come to shul, and then we're discussing now when you come to shul late, what do you do? You come to shul, you came in a little late. What do you do? Because you want to make sure that you finish Go'al Yisrael with the Shmon Esrei and you daven a Tefillah B'Tzibur. What's Tefillah B'Tzibur? You say the Shmon Esrei together with the Tzibur. So what do you do if you came in late? So here we go. So you said the bracha of Al Natilas Yadayim, you said the bracha of the Birchas HaTorah, and you said the bracha of the Kain Neshama. Right? You did that. You came in, you did that, you had that done. And then you put on your talis and you put on your tefillin. Okay? Imu roya ki ein lo yoid zman sheyuchal egia lispalo shmein esrei im hatzibur elish yedalek v'yaskel bebirchas yoid zahar. Unless I skip everything and I go to the bracha of yoid zahar, azah yaskel sham. So then start there. Because we said yesterday you have to, from the in Birchas Kriya Shema, you can't skip. Once you start the bracha of Yod Tza'ar, you have to go straight through to Go'al Yisrael. You can't skip anything. You have to have all of that together. If you have time to say the Baruch Shamar, Utehila LeDavid, and Ashrei, Ad Soifai till the end, Hainu Shem Kotzei Li'olam Voed, right? V'yishtabach, and Yishtabach, V'yoimram, then say that. Yesh leizman Yosef, you have more time. Yoimagam Hallelujah, Hallelujah Ekel B'Kotzei. Say the Hallelujah of Hallelujah Ekel B'Kotzei. Ad Kol Neshama Hallelujah. Say that one. Im Yesh Loi Oid Zman Yosef. Yoimagam Hallelujah Hallelujah Es Hashem Min Hashemayim. The one that we talk about all of the.
Work backwards.
It depends how much time you have.
Yeah, right.
Depends how much time. Now, Yesh Lei Oid Zman Yosef. Yoimagam Shar Hallelujah. Say the rest of the Hallelujahs. Yesh Lei Oid Zman Yosef. Yoimagam Vayivarach David. Ad l'shem tifartecha. Stop over there. V'im yesh lo oid zman yoser yomer haidu ad v'hu rachum. You have the v'hu rachum in hodu. Then he says v'yadalig ad v'hu rachum shekoydem ashrei. Right in Yehi Chavod. In Yehi Chavod you have the same v'hu rachum. So stop with by the v'hu rachum in hodu. Skip over to the end of Yehi Chavod, v'hu rachum, and then go straight to Ashrei. Okay? V'sham yaskel. V'amizmor shemaisifim b'Shabbos v'Yom Tov. And what about the different? We had the different chapters of Tehillim.
Doesn't say Shira.
No, he doesn't say that. I just read it. I read it for you. I just read it. That's what he says. Okay. V'sham yaskel amizmor shemaisifim b'Shabbos v'Yom Tov. And now, what happens if this is on Shabbos? He came in on Shabbos a little later, and on Shabbos we add more mizmor. There's more Tehillim, right? Im yesh leizman lo amram. If you can say them, azai kol hamizmorim v'apsukim shoyim moisam b'chol yom lahem hekdima. The regular ones that you normally say, right? Like tadir shein like tadir koydim. What you normally say that. Don't add in the things for Shabbos. Say the ones that you normally say during the week. And if you have more time to say the ones from Shabbos, of course. Nirali the b'Shabbos for Yom Kippur, Mizmor Shil Yom Shabbos v'Halal Hagadol Shu Haidul Hashem Kitov. Right, that's the Hodol Hashem Kitov. That's the Halal Hagadol. Right, Lahem Hekdima. So start with that. Okay, if you have more time. Can you imagine the guy came in late to Shul Yom Kippur, right? Unbelievable. Right? Shabbos Yom Kippur, right? Unbelievable. Okay, I guess it can happen, right? Lahem Mikdima. Maybe the guy wasn't feeling well or something, right? And he came into Shul a little later, right? It could happen. So what do you do, right?
Maybe stop to chop wood for a widow.
He's stuck in the bathroom.
No, I said maybe stop to chop wood for a widow.
Yeah, okay.
The house was cold.
Ubishar Yom Tov and other Yom Tovim l'Halal Hagadol levad hikdimu. Then start with the Halal Hagadol, right? So then the Halal Hagadol, the whole that we say in Shemayim, that we say on Shabbos before the Baruch Shomer, that second hold that's called the Halal Hagadol. So say that. The famous one with David HaMelech, Mizmor David Mishanasa Lifnei Avimelech, right? We learned about that, right? When David HaMelech had to make himself act a little silly when he came, right? Because he was captured by the Plishtim, right? He was captured by the Plishtim, and David HaMelech was the one that killed Goliath, right? And so the Plishtim said, "We got the guy that killed Goliath. Yeah, we got him." So David HaMelech made himself so crazy. He wanted to get out. So we learned sometimes you act so silly, you can get out of anything, right? You can get out. And that's how David HaMelech was saved. So that's very important to say. Tefilu l'Moshe, v'chol elu ha'mizmor ha'psukim yoimim koydem yishtabach, and all of the psukim and the song and the tehillim that we say before yishtabach, v'lacher gemara tefillah yishalim kol masha dilei. After you say the Shmon Esrei, go back and catch up on everything that you skipped over. So try to get everything back in there. Rak Baruch Shama v'yishtabach ein oimrim la'achar tefillah. You can't say Baruch Shama. That's why you should try to say that before. You're supposed to get that before, because you can't say Baruch Shama and yishtabach after you said Shmon Esrei. That has to be before saying Shmon Esrei. That's what we said yesterday. So that's why you say l'chol ha'pachas, say Baruch Shama, because you can catch up on everything else, but you can't catch up on that. It's a right. You can't. Right, that you can't go back on that, right? Im roya shafilu im yaskel bebirchas yoytzar lo yuchol espalo shmein esrei im atziba ela im kain yemaher. If you realize that you're not going to be able to say, if you came in that time, and you're not going to be able to catch up with the tzibur with the Shmon Esrei, the daven tefillah b'tzibur. So what do? Ela im yoyma yemaher. It's better if you're going to have to rush the words through and not say the words, better say it better forgo on the tefillah b'tzibur, but say the words. Don't skip the words. Say the words benachas is more important than even davening tefillah b'tzibur. You see how important that is, right? So the bracha when you say yotzar, right? So sometimes you go to these shuls and they say that the word so fast. You're like, how did he say that? Like, I don't even know how they do that, right?
Yeah.
And they take their time on the song, and then the kel other, they'll take their time. You got 10 minutes, no problem, that's fine. But the words, I no appreciation for tefillah. Okay, but anyway, look, let's all be zeicha to be able to come to shul on time, so we don't have to worry. So we don't have to worry about this and these problems. But really, so just to go back now, you're coming late. You have to say at least the birchas hashachar. You have to say the ala tilas yadayim. You have to say the birchas Torah and the elekai neshama. Right? Put on your talis and tefillin. Those are you must say. You can't go on. You can't say anything else without that because you don't have permission to go on to say. So then, if you're late. And you realize you'll be able to still say Baruch She'amar, and if you could say Ashrei, right, and Yishtabach, so then do that, and Yishtabach, then continue Yotzar with the community, so that way you can do the Shmona Esrei on time. But if you do Baruch She'amar and Yishtabach, those are brachas, and you said those before, that's fine, but don't try to skip those because then you won't be able to catch up. All the other Tehillim and everything else you did, you can always catch up on later. You could say the Parshas Hakeda, you could say the Karbonis, you could do all of the things, you could do everything after, but you can't say the Baruch She'amar and the Yishtabach. Okay, everyone good? Okay, everyone have a wonderful day. Kol Tov. Simplicity, remember.